This is the third night in a row I've been holed up in this rat's nest. Kind of job I hate with a passion. Why couldn't it have been a nice easy bust instead of all this play acting? Just a simple bang and you're dead. Collect the money and move on. How long's it been since the last time here we go.
Okay, Hitman, you're going for a ride.
C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble, moi qui m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais. Nous vivions tous les deux ensemble, toi qui m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais. Mais la vie sépare ceux qui s'aiment tout doucement, sans faire et la mer efface sur le sable les pas des amants des
Madam Mayor, it gives us great pleasure to meet you here today on the boundary between the ancient and historic market town of Wimborne Minster within East Dorset District Council area and the borough of Poole. Many people in our town today work within your borough. Let us hope good relations can continue, and should we have any difficulties, let us hope they can be settled amicably.
On behalf of the borough and county of the town of Poole, I greet our neighbours from Wimborne. On the 15th of April, you graciously joined us when we beat our land bounds, and we are pleased and honoured to return the compliment.
Today, the ancient custom of beating of the bounds is probably more pageant than it was in days gone by, but it still defines our boundaries, and we get to meet our neighbours. And so, with a little difficulty, go the town worthies to mark out our river boundaries, with some of the townsfolk observing the effort with a half-disguised glee. A damp summer was followed by an exceptionally wet autumn. The Stour burst its banks and there was exceptional flooding. The band played and the choir sang. The town militia prepared to fire a celebration salvo, and so the year ended, as it had begun, with a bang.
Before the main performance begins, one of the actors demonstrates some of the complicated facial movements, which with hand gestures are used to tell the story. The story being performed tonight is about a young prince who is approached by a beautiful young woman who says that she has come down from heaven and wants to marry the young prince. He has his doubts and she tries to force herself on him.
We really did get to see gorillas leading their normal lives. It was a touch disappointing not to see them resting and grooming, as in so many of the tourist brochure pictures. But you can't have everything. This dry land on the southwest coast of Africa is home to an amazing diversity of wildlife. Elephants survive in Namibia's deserts only by knowing exactly where to find water holes and when water can be found in rivers which only flow very rarely. This ancestral knowledge, passed down through many generations, can be easily lost when the matriarch of the herd dies or if she is killed.
To anyone who would listen, Colin Crabbe would relate the tale of his daring escape. It had been a calm, peaceful day in the rock pools. All the inhabitants were going about their daily business. They didn't know this was about to change. Sally, George and Albert had decided to visit the beach. George thought it would be fun to explore the rock pools. The calm and the peace of the pools were suddenly shattered as a large black boot descended through the water onto the limpet shells. Rocks were turned over, terrifying the starfish. A large hand plucked at the sea anemones. The crabs ran for their lives, but some were too slow and found themselves dropped into a blue bucket.
The cloisters. This is the one remaining side of what was originally a quadrangle. The 16th century work that you can see today is more elaborate than the example of 13th century facing left exposed. This truly handsome building was a monastery until some 350 years ago, when it became a private family home. Over the years, some alterations and improvements to the house have been made, but the silent monks of yesteryear, going about their everyday chores, would still recognise most of the building as they knew it in their day, and it is clear from the building they have left behind that they lived a good life. This shield shows the Prideaux family crest. We found scant information on the rest of the carvings.
Nestled in the southeastern corner of Swanage Bay in Dorset is Swanage Pier. The bay is surrounded by the Purbeck Hills, and this entire area has been designated an area of outstanding natural beauty. In December 2001, the coastline of Dorset and Devon was awarded World Heritage Site status because of its unique geology, which represents over 185 million years of Earth history. At sunrise, Swanage Pier is bathed in brilliant red sunlight, heralding the start of another day in its life.